question I get almost every other day is, how do I become a life coach? And listen, if you're rolling your eyes right now, life coaching is a real thing. And listen, I was you rolling my eyes, a few years ago, because I think life coaching could be, if surfing is therapy in the clinical world, back in the day, life coaching was like skimboarding. I don't know if you guys know what skimboarding is. It's when you throw the board on the water or the shore, and you ride the short break instead of going out into the ocean and catching real waves. And I was a skimboarder because I used to skate, and I was afraid of the ocean. So if if a fish touched my leg, I would basically run on top of the water, a la Jesus, to shore. And so I would skimboard, and skimboarding was like the poser sport. It wasn't even a sport. It was annoying. And the real sport was surfing. And so I think back in the day, therapists and the clinical world, they were the surfers, and life coaching were like skimboarders. But now it's flipping, where life coaching, because of the explosion of life coaching and how so many people are doing it, and I'll tell you why. Now the clinical world, therapists are peeking over and they're hopping the fence, and they all want to be life coaches. So how do you become a life coach? I want to tell you guys how to do it in this one video. Let me catch my breath. Have some water. I always have multiple beverages, coffee. All right, so first I want to talk about who can be a life coach. Here's the misconception, that you have to be in the wellness space to be a life coach, and you don't. Anyone can be a life coach. All you need is a story and a passion to help other people. Well, that's what you begin with. And you don't have to quit your day job to become a life coach. I think that's one of the fears that people have, is that they want to help other people and they're curious about life coaching, but they're not ready to quit everything they're doing. They're not ready to quit their 9 to 5. How are they going to make money, etc. And you shouldn't. I don't recommend anyone quit what they're doing to become a life coach. Life coaching is something you do and you build on the side, and you keep doing it until it tips, and then it becomes your career path. I think that's the way to do it, right? If not, you'll never do it, because when are you going to just call yourself a life coach and suddenly you have a full practice and income? If there's some people that can do that, then let me know how that works, because that wasn't my story. So this is how. So anyone can be a life coach. It doesn't matter if you deliver mail for a living, or if you're a fitness coach or a teacher, or it doesn't matter what you're doing. You can help people using your story and your passion. So this is how you do it. The first step is to actually live a life, right? Begin living a life that you want to help others live. And so you do this, and while you're doing this, you take a giant highlighter marker, and that is basically your phone, one of these, and you start highlighting with your phone. And by highlighting, it could come in the form of blogging, it could come in the form of videos, vlogging, pictures, words, whatever feels comfortable to you and whatever that you enjoy doing, or it could be a combination of all, right? So highlighting your journey, your revelations, documenting your story, right? And living a life in the way that you want to live. Now, you're not living a perfect life, because that's false and there's no such thing. You're going on your journey and you're documenting. And as you do this, people will start to relate to you. And it doesn't matter if it's one person or 5,000, people will relate to you. They'll get something out of your share, right? And this goes back to just fundamental group dynamics, and it goes back to the campfire days, the caveman days, when we would share stories. I mean, people grow through other people. So sharing your story will get people to relate to you. Maybe you'll challenge people. Maybe you'll be triggering. Well, something will happen. And of course, there's going to be people that don't want to follow you or don't enjoy you or your story, and that's okay. But through that, people will start trusting you, right? And they'll start listening to what you have to say, and some of it may be helpful. So as you're doing this, step number 2 is to take a life coaching course. Now, there's tons of them. You do your research, figure out what works for you, but I'll tell you what to look for. Make sure it's not just a class, right? And life coaching courses, they're online, they're all over the place. They're more online than in person, but make sure that it has a built-in community, so you're not doing this process alone. and make sure that you believe in the message, right? Whatever it is. So it's not just about taking a class. I mean, there's a ton of courses that are going to teach you things on how to help other people, and I think those are valuable tools, and it's responsible to have those tools before you start helping people. But make sure you're getting more than that. Make sure you get the most bang for your buck by not only taking a course, but joining a movement, finding a community, right? So make sure that that the life coaching course that you take, and it'll probably be part-time, it'll probably be like a couple hours on the weekends. That's how our course is. And it's not going to be years, and it's not going to be like you becoming a therapist, where that's a long journey, a very expensive journey. There's all these requirements, right? The life coaching courses are a fraction of that as far as time and money. So, and that's good. That's the good news. And then step 3, as you're spinning those plates, you just go out and help people. And I'm not saying to like roam the streets, or if that's what you want to do, then do that. But you define how you want to help people. And most people think like helping someone is going to come in the form only of a session. Like that's how you help people. That's only one way. Helping people can be, especially today with technology, you could help people in so many different ways. Yes, there is a one-on-one session, and under that umbrella, you could do it in person, you could do it online, you could do it Skype, you could help people via email, you could help people by engaging in Facebook groups, you could help people by doing videos, you could help people by posting blogs, right? So the important piece is eliminating your definitions of how you're going to help someone or people, the masses. Just set that intention and know that that's what you're going to do. And you could still have your 9 to 5. You could still be selling cars. You could still be, working at the grocery store. You could still be pursuing acting or whatever you're doing on the side. But with this intention of helping someone else, and that being not only a hobby, but something that you're really feeding, and that may end up being kind of like lining up with your purpose. Don't put it in a box. So how you help people is just your energy, your decision, your own movement, and then how you do it is going to mold and adjust and form depending on what you gravitate toward, And so for me, I started helping people. It literally started off as emails, and then those questions turned into live sessions, and then a lot of stuff online, and then I started helping people with the video course. Then I started helping people with experiences offline. I started helping people, obviously, even going to their homes. I did one last night. I started helping people by them meeting them in coffee shops and in gyms, at the park, etc. So that was all kind of organic, and that's just a way that happened for me. But it could be very different for you guys. You may end up combining your talents, whatever you're doing out here, with life coaching, and then coming up with this new thing. And I think that's what makes life coaching so exciting, and I think that's why everyone's gravitating toward it, is because it doesn't have to be like this big decision career choice. It could be something that you are doing on the side that you're passionate about, and then it can either become bigger, where it becomes your full-time gig, or you play around with it, and through it you learn a lot about yourself. Like, the other thing about becoming a life coach isn't just about helping other people, but it's a great way to be a better version of you, because there's no way you're not going to grow and have your own revelations through all the conversations of helping other people and through the life coaching course you take. So those are the steps, guys. That's, and these are broad strokes. Of course, there's a lot of details, and you'll learn that in whatever course you choose. But these are the steps. This is how you can become a life coach. And if you thought about becoming a life coach and there's a part of you that wants to help other people, listen to that, because we need people to help other people. It's such a noble choice. And I don't want you to not do it because you feel like your life isn't perfect or because you're not quote-unquote successful. I started helping people at the lowest point of my life. I had nothing. I had no money. All I had was a little white MacBook, and that's how I started helping people. So it's possible. Now, if you can't get out of bed and function, you probably shouldn't be advertising yourself as a life coach or embarking on that journey just yet. But, or actually maybe not. Maybe that's what's going to get you out of bed, right? Having a fire to become a coach, or wanting to help other people, or taking some courses to better yourself first. So That's how you become a life coach, guys. Live the life that you want to help others live, and that life isn't going to be perfect. You're going to have your ups and downs, but that's what makes great content, revelation, story, right? Take a highlighter, which is your phone, document that shit, whether you do it via vlog or vlogs or fucking tweeting or Instagram stories or however you want to do it, or all of the above. Start building your little community, start partnering with people, have other people respond to you, and while you're doing this, do take a life coaching course, because it's irresponsible to just say you're a life coach and you won't have the confidence or security just by having a lot of followers. So you're doing all this simultaneously. Now that you're taking a course, you're meeting a community, you're following a movement, you're learning tools and techniques, different ways in, right? And so all this is happening, and you're not quitting your day job. You're doing whatever you're doing to feed yourself and to pay rent. And then the number 3 is to actually start helping people. And you know what? I've done hundreds of free sessions to learn and to connect and to put that energy out into the world and to gain confidence. And how you want to help people, that's up to you. And then I guarantee you one day you'll wake up and you'll realize, oh my God, I'm a life coach. I'm getting paid to life coach someone. All right, guys, good luck with everything. If you want to contact me or our team, we have the Catalyst course. Just go to www.shft.us and you can find out more about us and everything that we do.